What's up, motherfuckers? What is up, you guys? We are finally back. I know it's been, what, about maybe 2 weeks?
We broke a promise.
We did, but this video will be getting posted very soon. Today is March the 11th. Let's see how quick this video get up.
It's the 11th? Oh my gosh. It's showing it was just February.
Alright, y'all. So, as promised, we are going to give you guys an update. Alright, we left off at, we went to New York, did the transfer, and we made it back to Atlanta.
Did the transfer, the retrieval, the transfer, and we got home.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, so clearly we're home.
What?
We made it back safely, just in case you guys were wondering. But, okay, where do we even start? Alright, when I got back home, well, after the transfer, I had to start taking progesterone shots. I think I actually took them after the retrieval. Starting right after the retrieval, I started taking progesterone shots. And y'all, I put the progesterone shot, the first shot, I put it.
She said I.
I heard you right. Jerry put it.
Whoa, but you told me to.
Alright, I did. But she inserted the needle. She put it inside my stomach, y'all. That junk hurt.
And if you're taking a progesterone shot, I know you're probably screaming right now because you know how thick.
That junk, thick.
And how long that needle is.
So, it was actually supposed to go in my hip butt area. And I didn't know that. So, after I did that wrong the first time, I did it right after that.
Yeah, because your stomach was burning.
Oh my goodness. But I had a really bad side effect to the progesterone. Because I had to take the progesterone for a while.
Yeah.
So, because I had to take the progesterone for a while, it started just whelping up my back area. It was horrible. Even now, like,
She's still
I stopped taking progesterone, like,
almost 5 weeks ago.
Over that.
6 weeks ago?
Yeah, probably like 6 weeks ago.
Then.
And it still is hurt. Like, if I touch it, like, I don't know why I'm touching it right now, but if I touch it or just randomly, it just starts hurting really bad. It like burns. And
you had to do the suppositories. She had to take S-trace.
I had to take S-trace. I had to take prednisone. I had to take
endometrium. Prednisone?
I said that.
Oh.
And then progesterone and oil, along with a prenatal. And she had a medicine basket where she just, everything that she had to take in the day, we just put in a basket. So we had a lot of questions from the first video asking us really about the process and how much we paid. Really, we told you guys about the process and everything. How much did
let's be clear, not everybody's process is going to be the same.
Right.
Because there are so many things that can be different. If you have a different fertility issue than her, you might be on more medications, you might be on less medications.
You might get IVF.
You could do a mini. You could get more eggs or less eggs. You could do the testing. You could not do the testing. You could do the 3-day. You could do the 5-day. Like, you could do frozen or fresh. Yeah. Like, just do your research before you get involved. You dive into IVF, because there was a lot of things we didn't know, but we're glad we had somebody guiding us through it, because we would have jacked
fell
up.
off easily.
Yeah.
But the price really varies with CNY. Like, I want to say the price starts at $3,900 for IVF.
And everybody gets excited about that until they don't end up paying that.
Yeah, so it starts at $3,900 and it can go up from there.
And that does not include any medication.
That doesn't include a drop of medication. That only really includes the transfer and the retrieval. That's all it includes.
No testing, no ultrasounds.
No, any of that. So, and then if you do monitoring, I think it's like $1,000. If you don't do monitoring, I don't remember how much it was, but I did monitoring.
Which means she monitored with their office.
Right.
But there are some states that don't have a CNY office, so you would have to monitor with another fertility clinic, which is a different cost.
Or you can drive to Atlanta and monitor in Atlanta. I've read a lot of people that lived in Florida and they drove from Florida to Atlanta to get monitoring. And monitoring, you guys, is no joke.
It's every couple of days.
Yeah, in the first video, like, it's every couple of days. So we were going to, like, for us, it was an hour drive away. It was an hour drive. Yes, or hour drive for us. So it wasn't short, but it wasn't 6-7 hours.
And
so
it's technically not in Atlanta office, but that's what they call it. It's not in Atlanta. So, no. If you live in Atlanta, it ain't in Atlanta. It's in Monroe.
Right.
It's past Conyers.
It's basically, like, it's 30 miles from Athens. So, it's not in Atlanta at all.
So, yeah, we can't really give you guys an exact price. Right. Because your IVF might not be the same as ours. But if you go with CNY, I would say, what would you say? Like, at least stack up like 7,000?
Yeah, because, and the only reason I always say 7,000 is just because medication included. The medication is something serious. Like, medication will cost you at least, at the minimum, if your insurance doesn't cover any medication, at the minimum, with discounts and things you can find, you might get it for, I got my medication for like $1,800.
But how much were you quoted originally?
I was quoted $4,700.
Yeah.
So by the grace of God, I got my medicine.
By the grace of God and a lot of nice people.
Right. So, yeah, I got blessed and lucky as crap to get everything.
Yeah. So I would say 7,000, but would you say that includes the travel to New York? Because they only do transfers and retrievals.
Yeah, I would definitely say that includes the, like, 7,000. That includes the travel to New York. The
flight that we took, the car we rented, and the hotel we stayed in for 5 days. 6
but
days.
Get this, the good part is, so really you need to save up about maybe $3,500
originally.
Yeah, well, because only reason I'm saying that is because CNY also does a payment plan, you guys.
That's true.
So payment plans started like $200, $250 a month.
I'm just not trying to put these folks in debt, but okay. Let's talk about it.
I mean, hey, it's an option. It's a realistic option.
You're right.
You could pay like $200 a month for what, 2 years or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, a lot of people know how complicated this whole IVF process is.
Because I mean, it's much cheaper than any other IVF we've ever heard of. Because IVF was not an option for us because it was just too expensive. Right. I mean, we know people who, I mean, Jesus, y'all. $20,000.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so you can get on a payment plan with CNY. So it's definitely an option. So if IVF is really your only route, and that's for LGBT couples or straight couples. I know a lot of straight couples and LGBT couples that are trying to get pregnant, trying to conceive, and they just can't for whatever reason. CNY is definitely an option. I really, really push CNY very, very hard.
Mm-hmm. Join their support group on Facebook. Yes, it's amazing.
Yes, they have a support group on Facebook. You can find it. What else? So
I really was just asked how the process went and how much it costs. Yeah. So I think we covered that.
I hope we did. If y'all have any more questions, just shoot them to us.
We'll end up doing a Q&A.
Yeah, we'll do another video that's a Q&A that'll literally address everything.
So send us questions. Yes, I like to answer questions.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's easy. As long as it's not stupid.
Yeah.
There are stupid questions.
All right, but seriously, y'all. All right. So the reason why y'all probably clicked on this video, like when we posted it, is because y'all really want to know if we're pregnant or not.
Like the title says.
So, let's say I did the transfer on Saturday. I started testing on Wednesday. I did the transfer on Saturday. I started testing on like Tuesday.
I promise y'all we had maybe like, how many tests would you say we bought? Oh my gosh, like over 10. Yeah,
I think we bought like 15 tests. I think we bought like 15 tests.
Them first response ain't no joke though.
No. So I think we started testing on Tuesday. So then we started marking them. 2DP. No, it started at 4DP. We started at 4. So yeah, you weren't testing that. Yeah. So it was like 4DP, 4DP, 5DDT. DDT is DT. It is.
Yes. Where did the other one? Where did the other D come from?
Alright.
DPT. Days past transfer.
That's why I said DPT.
You said DDT.
I could have sworn I said DDT.
Maybe she did. Running back.
I mean, I just said DDT again. Anyway, I started testing after 4 days after transfer.
I'm sorry. I just realized I had glasses on.
It's okay. So 4 days after transfer, negative. It was very sad, depressing.
Yeah. But I was like, it's early. Like, we still got hope.
Right.
And then sad about
5 days, it was negative. And I was like, oh, snap. Like,
we started looking up how early people got positives.
And then people were getting positives at 5 days. And I was like, oh, God. So then 6 days.
The really bad part was, when you go through this much, like, all the shots and medication, that is like...
It's detrimental to your brain, like in your heart.
It's the worst feeling ever. Like,
so, and I mean, we can laugh and talk about this now because I mean, this is a few months ago.
Yeah.
6 DP, it was negative. So 4, 5, 6 was negative. We came home. Well, I came home in the afternoon. And I was just like, I know you're not supposed to read a pregnancy test after a certain time because it
could be a false positive, which we have gotten those before. Right. We have videos of us getting false positives, which is why we don't use them 88-cent Walmarts no more.
But for whatever reason, I was just like, let me just look at it again. Y'all, that thing was positive.
It was clear too.
It was positive. So then it was crazy because my 6D was positive, my 5 was positive, and my 4 was positive.
They all were positive.
They all turned positive.
But we weren't excited because that happened to me with my chemical.
All right.
So we were like, let's not get too excited. Yeah. It's early. Let's see what happens.
So, and y'all, the whole time I would pee, leave it in the bathroom,
and have me go
and get in the bed, and then wake her up at 5 in the morning like, hey, babe,
go look at
it.
So I got to be the bearer of bad news.
So,
but I'm still like, oh, it's fine, it's negative. But
right. So 7 DP, I woke up and I took one, and it came back positive.
That's the one you stayed in the bathroom for, right? You told me.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then 7 at night, the 7th day at night, I took another one, and it came back positive. Then 8, it came back more positive. 9, it was more positive. 10,
and at this point, we're just checking to make sure the line is
progressing. Yeah. So 10, it was like literally, I peed on it. By the time I capped it, the control line wasn't even up, and the pregnancy line was up.
You got to tell them about your midway test results.
Yeah. So then
that weren't good.
So basically, we knew I was pregnant.
At this point, we didn't know how many babies.
Right.
If it was...
Because if y'all don't... I don't know if we said it. I think we did. We put in 2 embryos.
Yes.
So...
Which could have... I mean, they both could have split into 4 children.
Anything could have happened. So we could have had 1 to 4 kids. We don't know. So we...
Sorry.
No, you're fine. So then we went to get my blood work done to confirm pregnancy. At 10... Was it 10? 10 days past? Was it 10 or 14?
I thought 14 was the day of the actual beta.
That's not something about the beta.
Yeah, 14.
Okay, so before that, when we had already tested for pregnancy, but at about 10 days, so we went to CNY, and they didn't check my beta, they checked my progesterone, my estradiol, and my thyroid count.
They checked your estrogen.
I'm sorry. They checked my estrogen levels, my thyroid count, and my progesterone. My progesterone was low.
The estrogen was
my estrogen was low, and my thyroid count was a little high.
All of that to us meant you're losing this baby.
So, after that, they upped my medicine, they upped my progesterone, they upped my estrace. And they told me to drink a lot more water to get my thyroid count down.
So I did that. I went in for my beta. Yeah, I went in for my beta, and at my beta they took everything again. Along with my beta. My beta came back at 264.
Something like that. It was high.
Yeah, it was high. So anything, and this was only at 14 DPO. So, which was kind of high for me to only be 14 days.
Yeah, so you know it rang off in our brains.
Right, we like, oh God, we about to have 5 kids. Yeah, that happened. My estrogen level was still really low. Like it's supposed to be above 100. It was at like 49.
It was scary low.
Yeah, it didn't go up. And
even after upping her meds.
Yeah, and I was like, it was very scary.
Yeah.
And then I started bleeding a lot. So
at a Christmas party.
Yes. So I had just told my mom and my sister, like, hey, you guys, guess what? I'm pregnant.
She did it with a lottery ticket.
Yeah, I gave them a lottery ticket. I let them scratch it off, and they found out I was pregnant. And then literally that night, y'all, I started bleeding.
At the party.
And I literally just started bawling, crying. Because I was like, I literally just told them I could have just shut my mouth and didn't say anything. Nobody tells anybody this early. Anyway, I was like, what?
People tell their immediate family that
I was
early.
like, not even 4 weeks.
But people,
I know.
The moment you get a positive,
yeah, I know. But I just was like, oh my God, I'm so dumb. Like, I was really beating myself up.
She was in the bathroom crying.
I really was.
Party.
And my mom came in there and she was like, Shereen, it's okay. Go home. Put your legs up. Don't lift anything. Don't do anything.
Which made us feel better. She has, she's had 3 pregnancies. And she said it happened with all of her pregnancies.
Yeah,
so I was like,
in all of her pregnancies.
Okay, we should be okay then.
So
but also in my head, I'm like, this happened to me,
right,
when I had my chemical.
So I was still like, I was scared as crap. So we ended up going. They ended up seeing why I told us to come on in so they could get an ultrasound. And at that ultrasound, they found a hemorrhage next to the sac.
Yeah.
No
heartbeat. But it was in the uterus where it was supposed to be. They
right.
didn't expect a heartbeat yet. It could have been one, but they weren't expecting there to be a heartbeat yet. So we still didn't know much.
Right. So she just told us that they had to put me on pelvic rest. I couldn't lift anything, no physical activity, no none of that. So
she could go to work, but she couldn't
do anything.
She had to basically sit down the whole day.
Which, if y'all know, I'm still on restricted duty because of my knee, so I still couldn't do anything regardless. So it kind of still worked out. But after that, the next week I went in, I got another ultrasound, and you guys, we saw the heartbeat, and we were like, oh my God, this is amazing. So at that point, it kind of finally
we saw it, we didn't hear it.
Yeah, we saw it, we didn't hear it. So we finally started to come at ease. My estrogen level had went up to 99. My progesterone level had went up to 22. It's supposed to be above a 19. So everything was looking good. Fast forward, everything was looking great. We
got an ultrasound every week
up to 9 weeks.
Mm-hmm. Mind you, she's still on and off bleeding. Before, how long?
I didn't stop bleeding until about 8 weeks.
Yeah.
So 9 weeks, we got the ultrasound. That was my last ultrasound.
That's when we heard the heartbeat.
Yeah, I had kind of weaned myself off of the estrogen, and because my last at 8 weeks they did my all of my levels,
and
my
everything
estrogen
was through the roof.
Yeah, no, not yet.
Oh,
so my estrogen was a 99.
Oh yeah,
and it was supposed to be 100. So I was like, okay, it's working. And my TSH was like a 0 point something, which was great.
What was your beta?
And my beta was at that time. It was 160,000.
So we still like, wasn't 2 heartbeats in there?
Right.
You sure?
So then, yes, they only found 1 heartbeat so far. And I have a reason why I say that. I'll tell you guys at the end of the video. So then after that, we went. After I saw my numbers kind of going up in the right direction because my progesterone was like 30 point something. When I went in, I started weaning myself off of the medications. When I went in for my 9 week. Which I was almost 10 weeks. Y'all, clearly I'm a little far along. When I went in for my 9 week, it was like 9 weeks, 5 days. My progesterone was greater. It didn't even give me a number. It said greater than 42.9. My estrogen level was like 1400 and my TSH was 0 point something, and then my beta was 230,000. And I was like, all right, we're done. Like, I'm not about to keep going and taking these medications, so I just stopped. I had to wean myself off of prednisone because I heard they give you really bad side effects, and I was already super nauseous from literally like 4 weeks till, I mean, honestly now, y'all. But then I got released to my OB. And my OB, yeah. I haven't gotten an ultrasound yet.
We had to switch.
Yes.
OBs. I'm not even gonna sit up here and we switch OBs.
Yeah.
So
right now I am 14. I mean.
What you doing?
Right now I am 15 weeks and 3 days. Yep. So
the baby is the size of a pear or something.
Yes, or avocado. Depends on which app you use.
Oh.
So I am officially out of my first trimester. I am in the second trimester.
Still nauseous.
I still am nauseous. Today was a really good day. I got kind of nervous. I came home and I was like, babe, like, this is the best I felt, like, all pregnancy. Like, can we check the heartbeat? I'm a little nervous right now.
Yes, we still have the Doppler from when I was pregnant, and we use it every other night just to make sure everything's okay.
Because you guys, I haven't had an ultrasound since I was 9 weeks. So since the baby became a baby, I haven't had an ultrasound. So, which really sucks. I'm not supposed to get one till I'm 20 weeks, but my wife paid for us to get. Yeah, my wife paid for us to get an ultrasound this weekend, so we'll get one on Saturday.
Yes.
So we will get to see our baby.
You gonna say it?
Girl. So if you don't know what that means, obviously we're having a girl. Yes. The name is, I'm not telling y'all yet because
we ain't ready.
Yeah, we ain't ready for that.
We ain't ready. I feel like we told Aiden's name like the day before we found out he was a boy, I think.
Right.
And this is something that I want to hold close.
Yeah, so only a few people really know her name.
And if you know, you special.
Right. Because not that many people know.
Or if you know, you guessed it.
Yeah. But people might guess it.
2 people have already guessed.
For real?
Yes.
So, okay, well. But, yeah, I think that's really about it. I do have a bump. Should I show her?
Sure. There she is. See? See, we're not lying.
So, let's see. So, yeah, I mean, that's really about it. We're going to do like we did Jerry, document the whole process. And we'll give you guys more updates. Probably updates about pregnancy every 2 to 3 weeks. Because every week stuff isn't going to change. I do have to go and get my...
You gonna stop whipping your hair in my face.
I'm sorry, babe. I do have to go get... I'm sorry. I do have to go get my...
Glucose.
Thank you.
Glucose.
Yes, I have to go do the glucose test at 16 weeks. It's next Wednesday because I am pre-diabetic. Which I think if you guys have been watching us for a minute, you already know that. But yeah, I'm pre-diabetic, so I have to go get that done.
And the spinal bifida test.
And I have to go get the spinal bifida test. We've already did the NIPT test, NIPT test, which told us the gender, and it told us that
that was called a panorama. It's called a panorama. Where you get NIPT from?
It's called a panorama or an NIPT test.
I didn't know that.
But the test told us that she's very low risk for Downs and other things.
Other chromosomal issues.
Yeah. So we want to go ahead and get the spinal bifida test and
can't wait to get that ultrasound.
Yeah.
So
she's gonna be big. Last time we saw her, she was like this.
Right. So, but yeah, I think that's it, you guys. If you guys have any questions,
this is very delayed. If you ain't already know, we announced on Instagram on Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day. So if you're not following us on social media, you missed it.
Yeah.
If you are following us on social media,
you
then
already know. This is not new news.
So yeah, but you have anything else?
No.
Well, guys, if you have any questions for us, drop them in the comments below, or DM us, or message us on Facebook.
I want the next video to be a Q&A. So if I don't respond to your question, just look out for a video answering questions. Yes. Or if I don't respond to your question, just assume that it's not smart.
I mean,
maybe I'll see you guys a thumbs up when I get the question, but just know if you get a thumbs up, we're doing a video about it.
Right. So
then if I answer the question, you're not going to watch the video and we don't get the view.
Right. Then we need y'all to watch the video so we can get the view.
Obviously.
So we can always y'all watch it.
Right.
But we'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for watching. We love y'all. We miss y'all. And we will
hopefully next time y'all can see Aiden, because he be sleep every time.
He sleep again, y'all. we try to keep him up. But and it's only like 5 o'clock. So yeah. We'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.